let me just turn my microphone on. There we go. Crypto here from CryptoGasmic.com. So we woke up today to some pretty exciting news, huh? Lots of green. People wondering what the hell is going on. So let's spend the next hour or so having a look at it. Is it the bottom? Is it a fake run? Where are we right now? Let's check it out and see what's going on. All right, so Saturday morning, night, wherever you are, maybe early Sunday morning. Really good to see everybody. If you got any comments that you want to make, just drop them in down here. Hello, there we are. All right, so I just want to have a really good look at Bitcoin, the alts, the overall market. Let's, as always, put a little bit of perspective on things. This is purely my my opinion on everything. So we'll just wait for a few more people to join us here. If you're not in our Telegram group, the link is there or there or there, wherever it is. Join our Telegram group. It's a really cool group of people. And feel free to either drop some comments here or drop them in the Telegram group. I'm kind of watching both here while we're doing. So let's get into it. I mean, I want to start off by looking at the coin market cap today. So we've pumped back up over 253, and it's kind of funny how this all comes at once, doesn't it? So it's obviously a coordinated mood. Hey Thomas, hey Mike, good to have you guys. We're going to spend about an hour or so going through this. So for me, the big thing I'm looking at the moment that I'm following is the market cap, the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance is still over 42%, and the market cap's gone back up to 250. Now, the thing we've got to remember, guys, right? Like I keep saying, the thing you've got to get out of the habit of doing is just following the emotions of the market every day. You know, it seems like you're all depressed for 3 days, and as soon as things have a big pump, everybody forgets about it and everybody's happy again, and you can't wait to throw your money in. This is what we're trying to stop people from doing, right? It's a long-term thing. Don't get caught up in the now. So let's just have a look at this over the last month. All right. So this isn't the first time we've had a nice little run like this, and like this, and like this. My personal opinion is still this is probably a fake run. I still think we're going to panic dump out. Hey Keith, I've been saying for a while that I think that we're getting close, right? We're getting really, really close. And I really think that, you know, I know I've said numbers like 3,500. We may dip down there like really fast, but I think we're going to get 5,000 is the number we're going to test, I think. So let's have a look at it, Bitcoin now, and just put it all in perspective. Let's start on the daily. Okay, right. So on the daily, we're still in mass support. So just to put this into bearish and bullish kind of talk, we get these runs like this all the time. Look, back over here, look. From 6.9 to 7.9, big daily candle. And this candle's not even as big as this. We had another one here from 6.2 to 6.7. Now, in yesterday's review, I nailed it pretty spot on. I said if we're going to get a bounce, we're probably going to bounce right here at, I think I said 5, 8, 10 or something like that. So, and I said anybody that wants to go long, this would be the spot to do it. So pretty well nailed that one. I didn't long it because, as you know, I'm accumulating. I've got a lot of money sitting on there. I've purchased some under 5,000, but I'm waiting. I'm just layering my buys down. Now, if this is the run that goes and it keeps going, okay, great. Then we'll wait to catch the Elliott waves. I still don't think we're done yet. Okay, so let's look at the levels where this could start finding some resistance. I'm going to take it off of that for a sec. So let's come back. The 6 hour to me is very, very important. And you can see for the first time since back here in May, we actually busted above the 50 EMA. So that's a really positive sign. Whether we can stay there or not, I don't know. You can see we stuck our head back here in 5th of June. Stuck our head above it. Boom. Big drop off. So be careful of the same thing here, because I still honestly believe that once we break through this 5.7, we're going to break down to 5.3 and 5,000 very, very fast. That's what I think. So we're still making lower highs. The good thing is that we're still making the double bottoms. All right, so this is a really, really important piece to watch. We'll probably come back down here. So look, I don't think you can actually go wrong by buying Bitcoin around here. Even if it drops to 3, I think we're in a really, really good space to re-enter now. Never buy these top green candles, ever. Okay? So now it's just going to be a case of seeing whether this 50-day EMA can hold across to here. We may hold it for a couple of days. I think we're going to break back down and again retest the 6,000. Right now, we're testing the 6.5, which we failed so far here. So we've just been retesting these highs and they just keep failing. So 7.5, 7.6 failed. 6.5 through here failed. 6.2 failed. Okay, so we're basically still just retesting that 6,000. So where's this money come from? I just think that this is a good push from bulls, from some kind of, somewhere has manipulated it, trying to run this price up. Now, it could be a run up, again, for another dump out. Where do we get to with the coin market cap here? 234, 235. Yeah, I still do think we're going to come down and we're going to test the sub 200 levels again on the cap. And this is what I've been saying for the last couple of months. You know, it's actually getting really, really, really exciting now. And I'm just going to keep saying the same thing. Patience. Patience. Those who are patient, I've got my dog in here today. She's not very well. Little Lucy. For those who are going to be patient, they're going to be the ones who win. You don't want to be too patient, because what happens is you never know the bottom. You don't know it's the bottom until it's gone. All right? That's the truth. So you've kind of just got to go, I believe this is probably the area that, you know, and we may fall down to 4. So your best option is to just buy and spread some buys. If you got $1,000, break them into 300, 300, 300. If you got 100,000, 30,000, 30,000, 30,000, like that. So, who we got online here? We got Thomas, Mike, Keith, James. Good to have you all, guys. So let's get back into the chart. So this is what I think. All right. So we've finally broken above the 3 hour cloud with this run as well. Okay, so there's some positive signs there. We're finding resistance in the blue EMA, which we've done all the way back since here. Okay, so there's still a lot of bearish signs, guys. Don't get too carried away. Could we have played these trades? Yes. You know, if it was going to bounce, this is where it was going to bounce. I said this in my review yesterday. They're pretty obvious spots to try and keep this support. Will we get there a third time? Let's see. I still think we will break down here and we'll see a bit of panic, but I do think that the panic will be over very quick. I have noticed a lot more stories on CNBC and Bloomberg and all the media, you know, and as I always say, when they start saying something's dead, usually the time to get in. These people are idiots. and actually don't know what they're talking about, most of them. So we now need to see whether we can hold that. The 1 hour cloud, it's a real big 1 hour, but we still need to watch it, guys, on the bigger time frames. Just because we had a quick run over 12 hours doesn't mean anything, really. It's still lower highs, lower lows. It's still safe to start buy-in from 5.5. Yeah, sub 6,000. That's what I've been saying. I'm not going to pay over 6,000 for Bitcoin. There's no need to pay over 6,000 for Bitcoin. But don't wait forever, guys. You know, waiting from 5 to 4. I believe we're getting close. I believe we're getting close. I believe we're getting really close. And I'm putting a lot of money in. Like, I've got 100 grand ready to go on this next run. Because I believe that the next run will see this kind of run. Oh, my poor dog. The same sort of run we're going to see, right? Which I believe is going to push the $20,000 to $30,000 mark. So there really is so much money to be made, I believe, in the second half of the year, and it's no different to what I've been saying. No different to what I've been saying. Made loads of money here, stayed out of a lot of here, held a little bit too many things that I shouldn't have. Lucy, come here. Sorry, guys, my dog, she's not very well at the moment. I had to take her over to the vet. So, hey, Jesse, how you doing, man? So, guys, you just got to be patient, and hopefully the things that you're learning in Cryptogasmic will help you on this next run. You know, I'm going to be back with the trade signals. I would say for those who aren't in the VIP platform, we've decided to keep it lifetime rather than yearly, because my whole thing is about educating and giving you the tools and then creating a support group. We're going to have so many signals coming up once this runs, and to get in to the Cryptogasmic, the price is just 0.1 Bitcoin, and while it's so cheap, it's just a really great investment for you right now. Hey Sarge, good to see you, man. There haven't been so many signals in the last month or two because they're just not there. I do give some hints in some of my videos, like I made it very clear yesterday that this was the place to bounce, and we nailed it pretty well. But how big this bounce is going to be, I just, you know, I still believe, you know, that we could come and test here on the 88.3, right in here. You know, that would be the ultimate. Whether we'll get there or not, I'm not quite sure. You can see this was a very... See how important previous points are, right? Look, we've bounced right off that fib line there now. Right, so we're always talking about areas of confluence, right? It's not just one thing. You can't just say it bounced off the bottom. But look, we've got a 78.6 retracement here. Now look, this could be the end of the retracement. Okay, we may test this $5,000 to $6,000 mark for a spot. This is not such a bad spot to get into Bitcoin, guys. In the big picture, you know, don't read so much into it. This is could be a really good spot to get in. And I believe even if we go down here, you're in a good position. You're certainly a much better position than those that paid $18,000. You know, they may be lucky to break even by the end of the year if they're not already out. Catherine, sweetheart, how are you? Good to see you, darling. Okay. So what levels are we looking at this to resist? On the 6-hour EMA, if you haven't got the 50-day EMA, put it on there. Very important part. You can see it's been a really clear resistance, and now finally there's a little bit of support there. Okay, but on a bit more longer time, it's resistance, right? So this is the important part. Yeah, we can all look at it and go, wow, look at it run, look at it run. But, you know, look, the blue EMA on the 3-hour resistance is going to be around that 6.6. 6.6. So this is the level on a longer time frame now that we're testing through here, you know. So that's going to be the important part. And then when we come back down and we test this 6,000 mark again, all right, that is what's going to be important. So, but I wouldn't leave it too much longer, guys. You know, I spread some buys down here, and if you miss them, don't worry, use them as spot coins to trade a bit later. But I do think we're getting towards the end, and I still think there's a little bit more panic to come. You know, I really do think there's just a little bit more of a washout. I think it'll be fast. I think it'll be brutal, and I think it'll bounce back really quick. You can see in the news, you know, this isn't going anywhere. Money's dumping out of the stocks right now. Maybe that money will come into here, but you know, look. How can every single alt and major coin just pump all at one time? This is the most manipulated vehicle market that there is in the world. If we go down more, LTC is going to get delisted. I haven't had a look at LTC today. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. You can see here as well the red cloud on the 12-hour in here. So this is going to be the real test, whether you can start opening and closing above this on a longer time frame. See how steep that daily, now that's going to even out a little. So we may even retest the 7,000. This is what I said the other day. Maybe 7.1, 7.2, maybe. But whether it holds that point or not. And the market cap is still, it's still only 253. All right, and the Bitcoin dominance is back up to 42%, which is great. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you, man. Okay. So let's keep going. Bitcoin Cash was one that I actually mentioned the other day. I said, watch it out of this area. So even though I'm not putting up signals, guys, and I'm not running out and buying these myself, I'm still giving lots of tips in the VIP videos, right? So pay attention to those videos, because not all signals are just on the website. You know, you've got to do some of the work yourself. So this trend line that was support is now pure resistance, but we did get a bounce out of here. A nice 10%. But, you know, we've had these 10% runs the whole way through, look. And it never ceases to amaze me. 30% run there. Okay, so I don't know if it's just that people don't believe me or whatever, but they get so carried away when they have this run and they just think that this is it. But it goes in these ladders down, and I really do think it'll wash down to the 88.3 retracement. Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum. And like I said in my last report, you know, take your pick at what you want to do. Me personally, I'm going to stick with the bigger coins, and I've got 2 or 3 smaller ones. And one of those was actually Power, which those who watch the video know that I said this yesterday, and I've been saying it for months. The ones outside the top 100, Power is my favorite coin that I think will do something. And I'm not just saying that because it had a 50% run overnight. I've been saying it for ages. I've got a big bag of it. I'm going to get more of it. I'm going to trade it. I just really like it. So let's just check out Ethereum. So there's that trend line that we mentioned, and I did say if we can hold above that, we may get a bit of a run. So all my, I hate using the word predictions. My analysis has kind of been pretty spot on with this stuff at the moment. Right there on the 88.3 retracement of this cycle. Okay, so, and I did say I thought we were getting close here, and if we can, it's quite cool that we've actually now got the daily above that trend line, but maybe my trend line's not correct. Let's have a look. It's not correct. Well, no, it kind of is. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was running like that. So we're kind of right on the verge of it. There, you can see. So let's see whether we can You know, so we're going to keep saying it. We're getting close, guys. We're getting close. You know, it may take another month, 6 weeks. It's not going to happen overnight. But I really don't think you can go wrong getting in these markets prices, you know, and with the potential that we have to come in these next runs, I think this will do 100% and then give us that depression. So this is just all one cycle then. Especially if we can start coming back and... No, that's ridiculous. If we can come back using that as a resistance line on Ethereum, I've always said I think Ethereum will get up to $5,000. I really do. Think it will get up to $5,000. Anyway, drop into the comments, guys. Say hello. Let me know that you're there. There's only a few people on at the moment. You know, we're not as big as the others, but hey... That's cool. I really like the group that we got. Yeah. So it just depends whether we can break out of these wedges, and we need to start now traveling between these wedges on the logarithmic. Okay. Hey Max, how you doing, man? Good to see you. All right. So let me just do the fib on this one again. I mean, these fibs really work. So there's an 88.3 there. You know, this is what I mean, guys. These areas, you can't really go wrong. Even if we do get back down into here and you get it a bit cheaper, you're better off just getting your early seat at the table. And hey, Kip, how you doing? Davey, how you doing, dude? Jesse, yes, mate, back in Mexico. Australia was amazing. The weather was great. It was really good. Kind of thinking about moving back there a bit more full time, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see. Some personal sort of stuff going on at the minute, but we'll see. It was good. G&T, we'll have a look. I do like a good gin and tonic. Lucy, come here. Oh, my poor dog. All right. Hey, Scott, we're still mostly in fiat, though. You look like you just got in from the beach. No, I didn't just get in from the beach. I wish I just got in from the beach. Beaches aren't so nice at the moment. Lots of seaweed and... Isla Mujeres, though. Went to Isla Mujeres last weekend, and that was good. That was amazing. That was amazing. That was amazing. If you've never been to Isla Mujeres, oh, man, it's stunning. Really, 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 really stunning. Right. So Ethereum, yeah. Look, I've got these big green boxes drawn as like the ultimate buy zones for me. We went through this in a market review in the VIP. But nobody knows. I mean, I don't know. This could be the bottom and we could start to go, but it's not something that just happens over one day, guys. It goes up, it finds resistance, it comes down. Look at the way it's bouncing off of these fib lines now, in between here, in this area. You know, so don't get caught up in the, oh, it's going up, it's going down emotions. It's just, it's a long-term play. I want to see where we're going to be at Christmas time, guys. You know, you can't turn $1,000 into $1 million overnight, but you can turn $1,000 into $20,000 between the next year. If you do your trades right, if you're patient, if you wait, and you attack at the right time and you defend at the right time. So we've been defending now for 3 months, couple of little trades in between. We got some of the trades wrong. Thankfully, we only went in on small amounts. So let's just see, you know. I mean, this could also just be a... I mean, look, yeah, I mean, there's 5 waves down there as well. Whoops. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe this is the beginning of a new cycle. Maybe. And if it is, there's your impulsive wave 1. What an impulsive wave it was too. And we played 5 waves inside of that. For those of you who have done our trading class videos, you understand what I'm talking about. For those who haven't, I really recommend it. And to join Cryptogasmic now at 0.1 Bitcoin, when Bitcoin's at the price it's at, you know, you don't want to be paying 0.1 when it's 15,000, because it's going to stay 0.1 Bitcoin, right? So, yeah, 1.4 into 20 last year, that's it, right? And it's easy to do. All you had to do was buy shit and sit on it, right? It was so easy last year. But the problem is everybody thought it was so easy, they thought it would just keep going. So a lot of people, they don't realize this. So now, guys who have only been in this the last 6 months, you're a lot more of an educated trader today than what you were last year. And if you made some mistakes, great. You know, I turned 20,000 into 240,000 last year, and I'm hoping to turn 100,000 into $1 million. All right, plus the money I've got in there. So that's what I mean. It's a longer term plan, and then out of that I'll buy some property. And you got to have that longer term plan, and you can't just be thinking. I love hearing these stories. Turned 3K into a little over 20. Got in the beginning of Q1 last year. Amazing, amazing. So there is hope for you guys who did get in. You just got in at the wrong times. You know, to be brutally honest, it was pretty easy for us. You know, we had some mates tell us about it, and we got in, and boom, all of a sudden you buy Bitcoin at $800, and all of a sudden it's $5,000. You know, we weren't rocket scientists, but I started doing some trades, and I wasn't winning at the trades, and I started with 10 Bitcoins when they were like $800 each, you know, so it only cost me $8,000. I bought some Ethereums and a bunch of stuff, but I had some money stolen as well. As everybody knows, I had a bunch of ICOs. I was into everything. I bought a bunch of ICOs, I bought PPT, Salt, Dimcoin, bunch of shit. So I started with 20 grand, but 10 grand, I probably lost half of that, right? So Mike turned 850 into 200. Good on you, brother. Yeah. What do they say in investing? That the easiest way to make $1 million is start with $10 million. Yeah. So you got to just be patient, right? I think a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that this is their lottery ticket. You know, it's not a lottery ticket, man. It doesn't give away free money. And this thing that we're seeing now, right? So let's map Ethereum out as if it was going to run in these waves, right? Just to have a look, you know. We're going to come back and retest these highs, right? And then it's going to happen again. And then we're going to have the run back down to here somewhere. And what's going to happen? People are going to be paying $1,000 for Ethereum, and they're going to start panicking when it falls back down to 850. This is why it's so important to learn Elliott wave theory, to learn the Cryptogasmic way of how we do things, you know. I turned 20K into 5. Oh, John, I hope you just didn't buy like 1 Bitcoin at 20K or something like that, man. But yeah, use this as a learning experience. And look, there were times as well when I was losing and stuff, and you just go, look, that 20 grand or whatever, just forget about it. If you can get some other money and start again, learning what you've learned, and just invest a little bit of money, even if it's not with my program, somebody else's program. Learn. Otherwise, you just may as well walk into a casino and throw red on the table. You know, your coin on red or black or fucking green or whatever, man. You know, you got to have some kind of concept. Just on simple things. You know, we pick these bottoms pretty regularly. And you got to learn to sort of sit back and look at the big picture of everything, right? So I'm not reading too much into these runs. 253. I guarantee you a couple of days we'll be below 250 again. Okay, so those are the figures that I kind of watch regularly, but I do believe we're getting close. And you know, to see that we've got opportunities to buy Ethereum at, you know, $300-400, to buy Dashcoin at, you know, sub $200 possibly, to buy Litecoin at, you know, sub 70, sub 60. You really can't go wrong, guys. Just buy it and just wait, right? Don't stay out of the trades. Losing is part of the tuition cost. Makes you feel better later. Well, you know, but I'm here. A big part of the reason I started Cryptogasmic is to actually try my best to assist people in not making the mistakes that I made, and that awful, because, you know, I know how awful it is to have your money. I mean, my money got up to $350,000 at one stage, starting with 20, you know, and then to get it down to 220. I mean, there's $100,000 that I lost out of just not playing smart. So I really, really, really educated myself, and I'm just not going to make the same mistakes next time. Scott, let's get to the point. Why this dip is so hard? This looks like a crash of crypto coins. Okay, Marco. Obviously you are very serious about it, so let's discuss it. Let's get to the point. Why this dip is so hard? Are you talking about... Okay, let's look at Bitcoin. Are you talking about the dip from the top to right down where it is? Is that what you're talking about, Marco? Because you're going to learn, bro, right, is that this is not so harsh, right? It's a market cycle. The problem is, right, or not the problem, but the reality is, even I use gold as an example all the time. It does the same cycle, but it does it over 15, 20 years. Crypto does it over 1 year, all right? It's not, right? This expansion is what was huge. All it's doing is coming back down into the price where it should be in the first place. It went stupid when Coinbase came online, and everybody just started thinking that this was the answer. And they were buying at 10 grand, and then it was 12, and they were telling their mates, and people are buying 15, 14. This is a typical market correction. Nope. Marco, you're going to have to be a lot more clear than that, brother. This is just like 2013. People call crypto dead. Yeah, I mean, look, let's go back and have a look. For those who haven't done it before. Let's go back. Look, it looks like nothing, right? It looks like nothing. 2017. Nothing, right? Nothing. Let's zoom into it. Look, all of a sudden, it's exactly the same, right? So these patterns play out over and over and over again. And look, it went from $71 to $1,140. And look at the panic sells. People were panic selling Bitcoin at $750. Over here, people are panic selling Bitcoin at $260. I bet you they're killing themselves now, right? But it's the same thing. And this is the period here. This is your depression period. Now in gold, that was 15 years, man. Okay? So from this depression period here was from December to November, like 8 months. No, you're wrong, Marco. I'm sorry. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's an 88.3% retracement, mate. Look, this was the previous cycle. And it doesn't matter about news, right? Something's only worth as much as somebody wants to pay for it. So look, right on the 88.3. You need to get your head around and understand that an 88.3% retracement in any vehicle, commodities, Forex, anything, does this same cycle. All right? And look, right? And this is the thing. People don't have the patience. Look at the trend. I mean, where are we? Right. I mean, I can't even do it. Look at just the expansion from last year was ridiculous, right? How can you not think it was going to come down? Look at the overall trend of Bitcoin. Look. Look how far away it got from the trend. All right. So then and what this is an S-curve adoption, right? This is a pure S-curve adoption. And eventually, this is going to look like this as we grow, you know? So 20K will be real, all right? But that's not the only cycle that we've had in Bitcoin, bro. Back here, it looks like nothing. That's what this is going to look like in 2 or 3 years from now. All right. So I still think we've got some depression period to come, you know. And if you don't think that we have, then you're a fool. This is going to bottom out somewhere. We may have a big dip and we may bottom out. And we're probably going to have a bit of time of depression. Maybe not as much as before because of the advancements. But I keep saying, I think we're getting close to the bottom. And Marco, if you think that 5.8 is not the right price, how are you going to feel when this hits $4,000, brother? You know, can I ask Marco? And you know, this is for the benefit of helping everybody and yourself. At what stage did you get into crypto, and how much did you pay for your Bitcoin to start with? And I remember starting to talk to people about the emotional cycle back in November. Right? And nobody believed me because all they saw was this. All they saw was this. I got out at 10,000. I didn't even get the run to 20,000. I messed that up. I got out way too early, you know. So anyway, we're getting off track, right? We're getting off track now. What we're looking for now is the longer time frame. So what's really positive here, and I mentioned this in my last video, is that we're holding the 3-day moving average, right? Which we haven't been on since, all the way back here last year. Okay? We've been miles above it. So it was always going to come back in. It fell through the red, and now it's on the blue. Where do you think we're at in the emotional cheat sheet? Yeah, I think we're about to hit panic and capitulation. You know? I think we've been in denial through this whole period here. And the emotions don't just come in 1 week, but I think this has been denial, this period, from January through to June. And I think we're still in a little bit of denial, but I think once we drop down, break through here, panic, capitulation pretty hard, and then we'll get back into hope. That's what I think. I think the bear market is going to be half of what the last one was due to increased ease of entry and more. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the last, I think it was 1.5 years, right? So I still think this isn't going to happen overnight, guys. These little pump ups and runs get everybody's heart going and stuff. But you've just got to be more patient, right? You'll know once we're running again because we will start holding. All these lines will become support instead of resistance. Okay. All right. All of a sudden, we'll get up here, we'll meet resistance, we might come all the way back down, and then all of a sudden we get above that red line. Right? And then all of a sudden, these EMAs become support, and the clouds. And this is when we start doing our trades. Because nothing goes to the moon in one hit either, guys, right? It'll go up, it'll come down. And that's when understanding technical analysis is going to start stacking your Bitcoins. How can we win trades at the moment when everything's been... I mean, you look at things, just even since here. May, look at the fall from May. And no matter what coin you look at, it's the same. There's been no trades. We washed too much money already. Look, from 20K to 6.5 the first time. No, we haven't, bro. 88.3. We haven't washed. We're still going to wash more people out. I believe we're going to come back to this previous point here, in here. I may be wrong, possibly, but in there. We're going to come back to where it's supposed to be, which is in there. And we're going to start growing from there. That's what I think. And I may be wrong. Maybe we will, you know. Look, it wasn't that long ago when everybody was saying 7,000 is the bottom. 7,000. Even people who I really respect, I had, not even arguments, debates with. I was telling them we're going to see below 6,000, and they were saying nope, nope, 7 is the test, 7, and I was right. We went sub 6, 5.8. Maybe that 5.8 mark is the mark. It's a really, really important mark, because I think once we break that 5.8 again, we're going to get down into this area really, really fast, because there's nothing else stopping it. We're miles below any cloud. So we just got to watch it in stages. Nobody knows. Things can change and turn overnight. Look, Facebook came out of the blue 2 days ago and said, now we're allowing crypto advertising. And 2 days later, it goes to the moon. There's things that are not in our control in these markets. Yeah, of course there is, Marco. That's what I'm talking. There are other things going in the market, but those people want to pay the cheapest price possible, bro. You know, they want to pay. Something else here is going on. Yeah, 100%. Something else is going on. But from a fundamental point of view, right? An 88% retracement is well within a normal retracement. It really is. You know, even if we just go from where it really took off here. You know, I mean, it might hold a 78.6, but this is why my advice has just been under 6,000, start accumulating it, right? Just under 6,000, start accumulating it. Of course, there are other things at play. Why did Facebook come out 2 days ago? Look, I run a cryptocurrency company, dude. I can't get any advertisement on Facebook. Rejected because of our policy, rejected because of, you know, cryptocurrency is a scam. And now all of a sudden they come out and say it's okay. Of course, and then all of a sudden 2 days later the market goes up 10%. There's stuff at play, right? But, you know, institutional money is also not stupid, and they're never going to pay top dollar, man. They're vultures. They're nasty, right? They're going to want to pay bottom dollar. So all I'm saying is be prepared. So if you want to believe that we're there now and it's going to take off, okay, great. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Possibly I'm wrong. I don't know. I've got my game plan. I've started accumulating. I started accumulating sub 7. I told everybody. Under 7, I bought some. Under 6, I bought some. But this is where I'm really waiting to load up. And I'm anything under 6, anything in the 5,000s, I'm getting really serious about. All right. So that's what I think of the market there. But look at the way that picture is painted out, guys. And I think, yeah, we're going to have this stretch where we're going to go up and we're going to test, and we may go 8, we may come back to 6. I think we will eventually. I think the depression stage will be the 5. It'll run 5 to 6,000 in here for quite a while. I think we will get a panic dump off and you'll get opportunities down here, but I don't think that will hold very long. I think this will be the point where it goes sideways for a bit until it runs. So I'd just rather have my seat early at the table, and if I've got to hold a small paper loss, so be it. So be it. So my strategy, Bitcoins. I will have most of my money in Bitcoin. All right. I will, let's say I buy 20 Bitcoins, right? I will hold 10 of those Bitcoins, which I will trade in and out on Bitcoin. So I try and turn those 10 Bitcoins into 11 Bitcoins, into 13 Bitcoins. So then all of a sudden I got 20 spot coins. The other 10 coins, I will maybe split up on some trades. Actually, probably a better percentage than that. Probably do 70%, 30%. And just try to stack my Bitcoins and then sit in cash at the right time as the cycles break down, get back into Bitcoin. I also plan on trading a lot of Ethereum. I really think, hey Sven, how you doing, man? You heard the rumor Facebook about to buy Coinbase. Would totally make sense with the end of banning crypto. Yeah, look, this was their plan all along. Look, guys, we're dealing with narcissists, right? We're dealing with narcissists. We're dealing with psychopaths. We're dealing with money-hungry, greedy people who will do whatever they need to do to wash people out and get the lowest price they can, you know? So I And I said it just a couple of days ago. I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close. I do still think there's another 1 or 2 or 3 panic runs that will wash more people out, right? But there's definitely a play going on, and so look at it like this way. Even if you get in Bitcoin now at 5.5, let's say, you know, this shit's going to go to 20, 30, 40, 50 grand. My plan hasn't changed since I started crypto. I believe that they're going to build this thing so big, right? I really believe they're going to build this thing so big okay. This will be the next run that runs us into the 30 and 40 thousands. And then we'll run down, and then I think we're going to have a monster run to 100,000. And at that stage, I want 300 Bitcoins, and if people want to start paying me 60 grand a Bitcoin, they can have it. Because I think then, bang, it will come crashing to the ground, and Bitcoin will be worth $10,000 again. And then out of that will come Facebook, Google, Amazon, Spotify, you know, all of the everyday stuff, and that's when it will be mainstream. And then it's just a matter of, and then Bitcoin will hold a, look, Bitcoin may be the fall guy for all of this, and we may end up using Litecoin, Dashcoin, or some other unknown coin. Sorry, you can't see my screen. 1 second. There it is. Okay. You know, so this is all that's playing out. This is all that is playing out. And if we can even, let's try this. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if I can pull up back here, this 2014 run. Let's see if we can get some levels out of this. Alright. So, where would have these fib extensions, and with the more data we get, the better it is. So let's just see. My fib extensions didn't go that far out. No, okay. Right. So this is the beginning of the early adoption. I mean, the early adoption is here. The intermediate adoption is here now. All right. Once we've got about a year of this running really big before we get mass adoption and people start using this shit in the shop, in the stores. So be smart. I mean, guys, my plan, I'm telling you now, once we get over 50,000 and 60,000 and 70,000, I believe that they're going to want to make it so big, and then they're going to want to break the legs of it. And then what's going to happen are the governments, the institutions, they're going to come along and they're going to say, oh, look, Bitcoin was 100,000, now it's 10. So many poor people, you know, the fucking asshole politicians are going to come out and they're going to say, look at all the poor people who lost their money and it's a shame and we need to do better to help those people. So what we're going to do is we're going to regulate this and we're going to come out with a one world Fed coin and we're going to regulate it and we're going to make sure that it's done for the, all that bullshit, right? That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. I'm fine, thanks. And even though I'm just hodling for now, I'm lost too deep. It makes no sense to sell now. No, don't sell. Start again. Get some more money and start again. You know? And just don't make this. And now going in, the next time your emotions are telling you, wow. I mean, look, when I was back in here, I couldn't stop telling people in the bars and my friends and family about this shit. I couldn't stop telling people about it. And now everybody's kind of laughing at me and whatever, but okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, I want to move on and look at some more coins. Bitcoin Gold is a piece of junk. Rubbish. Right, let's just look at the main coins. So nothing has really changed since my video that we did yesterday, except this. I mean, guys, start looking at this on the longer time frames. Not just, if we look at it on the 1 hour time frame, of course it looks awesome, looks amazing. And I was saying to everybody yesterday, God, we're getting close. We're getting really, really close. And I thought that we were closer on some of the alts than what we are on Bitcoin. And you can see it just fell into my zone. Right? So we're there, you know, and just start accumulating. Would you hold when it hits AK or sell and buy back in? I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm not going to put a number on it because what I'll do is play the waves. So once I get my full amount, okay, let's say that I get in down here and then the waves play out. One, wherever that figure is, I'm using this just as an example. And then I'll just start trading the way I always do. I'll look for the 2 points, right? Buy, and then what I'll do, if I've already bought down here, I will wait and I'll look for a wave 3 and I'll take profit there. I'll wait for a 4, buy back in, wait for a 5, then I'll stay out, let a 1 run, buy the 2, and just stack. So I'm not going to put a number figure on it, but I will just play the waves the same way we played all the waves back here, right? It's the same thing over and over and over. Look. Okay. These are the kind of trades I like to play that take 6 to 8 weeks to play out. And then we can even get inside of those, right? We can even get inside of those. See how you do it? And then you let it run back down, you let it do its next one, boom, you buy there, you sell there, you buy there, to there. And that's what you do. You have the bigger maps and then you have the waves within the waves and you just stack the left-hand side of the trade. But we're not on the left-hand side of a cycle yet. Do you know when the video from Thursday will be uploaded to the site? Thursday. Was that the live stream on the website? If so, I have to be honest. I actually forgot to press the record button. And I didn't record it. Unfortunately. Sorry. I'm recording this one. Saw some new predictions. We may get to 11K before 4K. You think that would be really possible? I mean, sure it is, but it would break the whole bear trend signal. Yeah, I couldn't see us going to 11 and then back down to 4. I mean, $11. So look, I mean, I personally haven't heard anybody saying that, but what is always important, right, is previous point actions. So look, this is where they're getting the figures of 11 from. Through there. Right. And then that would cause just another cycle like this. I mean, possibly, but that's why I don't long-term Sven, right? This is why I am very, very, very anti anybody who just says, buy the dip and hodl. You know, it just never ceases to amaze me. People think they're so clever, man. Like, you get new people that come in onto a Facebook group and they ask genuine questions, and you'll get some douchebag who's been doing it for 3 months will just go, do your own research, man. Buy the dip and hodl. You know, buy what dip? Right, the dip from 20,000 to 7? How did that work out? Or buying the, you know, oh, I bought the dip, man. There were people when it was 20,000, they couldn't wait to buy it at sub 10. You know, but hopefully now you understand that this cycle. So hodl, yeah, but like buy, sell, put in the bank. I've got still loads of Bitcoins left that I could have sold for cash, but they're sitting here on my little Trezor. Isn't it amazing that your world can be on that. So, you know, and if it does fall down there, well, then we'll be out because we're going to play the Elliott waves, right? So, but we can't. You know, look, we tried to play these waves, but it just did a full U-turn, right, on a bigger time frame. I mean, look, there's waves in there. One, two, three, four. So you could have got a couple of waves out of this run. Back here. So if that was a 1 there. Yeah, look, it hit the fibs perfectly. Or maybe even that's the... Maybe that's even the 1 there. 1, 2, a really big long ass 3, 4. So anyway, yeah, right. So the point is, I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close. Do I think we're there yet? No. I'm not going to jump up and down just because one day's had a nice run. Right? I mean, how much have we run today? Let's have a look. I mean, you know, it's 7%, 7%, 6, 10. So a lot of money has come from somewhere. I mean, maybe. It just kills me how... like, how can every coin in the top 100 go up 10% and 12%? You know? But guys, this is what it's like in the bull run. You can basically buy anything and it just goes up. And they all bounce off of that Bitcoin, which is amazing. Yeah, I mean, look, I actually missed out on a lot of opportunity for trades here, but I also don't just chase things either, you know. Nobody knew going to bed last night that it would bounce like this. You know, 34% on Sophia TX. I mean, give me a break. What is it? Unobotanium, 27%. Of course, it's a manipulated market. Because how do they all go up like this? Like, we're in the top 300 coins. Banker is up 30%. Banker? What the hell is Banker? Banker, it's not even there. So, it's a manipulated market. We can't control that. We can't do anything about it. However, they do use the fib and the Elliott wave patterns. And you know what? If this is the bottom and we're going to run, then still be patient because we need to break these EMAs. We need to, until we get back on top of the red cloud, you can't say, right? Look, we haven't traded once on top of the daily red cloud since we fell through the green cloud here in January. That was your point when you knew it was over, was here. 11. And even, you know, on the bigger time frame, you know. So we need to start trading back, and it's not that far away, 11, 12, I always said. Yeah, right? This is your area here when we can start to get really positive again. Okay? So there's plenty of room to make money. You don't have to... You know, you'd rather pay $9,000 for Bitcoin to start trading, knowing that we're now in a bull run. Power Ledger's up 45%. Yeah, I mean, I picked Power Ledger yesterday, the month. I love Power. I got loads of it. ZRX, Power Ledger. But this is the thing, right? Last year, it all did this. And, sorry, my little dog is just not well. She's not well. There you go. She's not well. She's really sick at the moment. So, I don't know, you know, is there manipulation from the exchanges to drive things up? This is a big part of the problem that we're in. You know, how do we know that they don't just press a button. Nobody regulates them, which is good. But I think it's a really big area of concern is the exchanges. You know, we don't know what bullshit goes on. You know, what phone calls happen, there's a lot of Wild West stuff in there. So we can't worry about that. All we can do is look at the markets and control what we control. We know that they run in emotional cycles. We know that Elliott waves work. We know that support and resistance levels work. Okay? So if something takes off, don't chase it, because I know it's going to come back down. All right? So I don't really know what else much there is to say, unless going back over. You know, they're all very obvious areas. I said this yesterday. Look, these double, triple bottom areas, right? Those are the areas. That was the small mini trend that we had. It was resistance, and now it's support. So whether it continues or not, who knows? But I just see this as a look, you know, it's still trending this way, right? It's still trending this way. And it's resisting that trend on smaller time frames. Yeah. So there's a lot of consolidating going on now. So there's a lot of money's gone in, boom, and now it's consolidating. But you can see it very clearly. I mean, guys, add the 50 and the 200 EMA to your bag of weapons. All right? Really, really important thing to do. Let's just have a look at Litecoin quickly, because Litecoin is one I plan on buying a lot of. And Litecoin, again, just like Dashcoin, I said yesterday, I think we're getting close. And you're going to start accumulating it here. From here. And if we get down into the $40 zone, awesome. If we don't, trade it on the way up. But we are in the area now of accumulating. Forget about trading right now. All right. There's going to be plenty of time. You know, we're going to get 2 or 3 big sets of Elliott waves that do 100, 150% in each one. Okay. So just chill. Chill on the trading for now. Accumulate as cheap as you possibly can. Look, we tagged all of these zones yesterday or the day before, right? And I've been spot on with them. And I said, I think that these altcoins won't drop off as badly as what Bitcoin and Ethereum will. All right? So don't chase. Accumulate in these areas, guys. Hey, Guy, how you doing, man? Rafael, thank you for joining us. We only have 18 people, but if I can help 18 of you a little bit. But we're getting close, and it doesn't matter what chart we look at. So Nexus, I bought a little bit of a bag at up here. Obviously not going to sell down here. I probably missed a good point just to sell here. But I'll hold it, and I'll just get my money back at break even, no problem. But they're all the same. OMG is one I'm big on. And there we go. That took off. I didn't mark the support zone for this one yesterday. Why not? Maybe I did it on BTC. No. I didn't. But look, again, look for these important areas. Okay? But I don't think this run will hold. But I think it's showing us that we're getting ready. All right? Wow, look at that. I mean, there's no way you can pick that. Like, I love power, and it was funny because yesterday in the video I was like, let's accumulate power, accumulate power. But there's no real... I mean, I did say to everybody, yeah, I mean, look, just yesterday, right? I mean, we're right at the bottom on power. Okay, so don't chase this run here, but let's see where this retraces to on a smaller time frame. All right, let's have a little look. Let's pick a buy area for power. So now we want to watch it out of there. We want to watch it out of there. My bet would be one of these lower ones. Probably here would be my bet. But 50% retracement is very common. Let's have a look on a smaller time frame. So we're getting a little bit of support out of here on power. So it just depends on whether we're going to start making 5 waves or if this is just some sort of manipulated move. Scott, do you look for small cap coins too, or are you just trading the top 10 or 20? No, man. I mean, power is outside of the top 100. But I keep 90% of my money in the top coins. And there's Digibyte's another one I like. Power I'm really big on. Mana is the other one I'm really big on. Let's see what that did. I haven't checked these today yet. Didn't do so much. But again, right, let's have a look at it. We made so much money on this one in the last couple of runs. It's a weird old chart though. So Mana's probably at a point where it's going to bounce off of this trend line with any luck. Right there. So I would maybe see Mana as the next one to take off. All right. Brandon, I got to run, but thanks for taking the time to do these. Means a lot. I hope your pup feels better. Me too. I know how it goes when your best friend is sick. Yeah. So let's just have one little look now on Ripple, and then we're going to call it a day. So I called the same thing yesterday, right? I think Ripple is getting really close. This is my... I think if you can get Ripple at sub 40 cents, just buy it. For sub 40 cents. Just throw some buys in there. But I did also say yesterday that if it was going to bounce, this could be the spot. It fell through. So Ripple's not taking off like the others. But this is my spots for Ripple. Sub 40 cents, just go. Just do it. Just do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. But otherwise, guys, I think that's it for today. So I hope you got something out of that. So just to recap quickly. I do think we're coming to the end. I think we're starting to fall now into the zones where we want to start to accumulate. I'm not looking at trading yet because I still don't believe that we're started a new side of the cycle. Thanks, Jesse. No worries, man. I appreciate it. So right now, guys, we're looking at accumulating, and I don't really think you can go wrong accumulating Bitcoin under 6,000, you know, to the lower end of 5. We may get a panic run down. I really do believe we're going to see the 4,000s at some point. I really do believe that. But I don't think, you know, if you want to be safe and you want to be in the market, just get some and then just wait. Wait for the bull run. Because there are signs in the news that this is coming, you know, the Facebook thing, and you just got to keep watching. So, all right, guys, that is it from me for today. I'm going to go on now and do a live session on the cryptocurrency investing Facebook. If anybody wants to come and join me over there, we're going to do a little run through there. So come and join me over there. Otherwise, we'll be in the group. I'm just doing crypto all day today. We've got some trading pools going. We have the 0.1 Bitcoin is closed. And we have a 1 Bitcoin pool about to start. We need a few more people for that. So if you want to join in that, we do the trades and we share it with everybody. Not a hell of a lot of trades to do right now, but we are going to get into it. All right, guys, I love you all. Be kind to each other. Be nice to each other. Don't spend your whole life looking at the Blockfolio. Not necessary. No necesito. All right? Love you all. Bye-bye.